Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Quickly, let's begin with your doubts. Let's begin with your doubts. Okay, since you have no doubts, let's continue with question number 5. So we were doing audit evidence, SA 500, audit evidence. Let's go to question number 5. We've already seen what do you mean by audit evidence. It means information that is used by the auditor to arrive at the conclusions. And what will you do with the conclusions? You will form an audit opinion based on the conclusions. Right, then we did what is the duty of the auditor with regards to the audit evidence that is obtained. So first duty of the auditor is to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. How will you do that? Through compliance and substantive procedures. So the auditor will obtain audit evidence through compliance and substantive procedures. After that, what you will be doing is the auditor will review and assess the conclusions from the audit evidence drawn. He will obtain knowledge of the client's business, and then he will express his opinion on the financial statements. Further, we did uh, the meaning of the word sufficient and appropriate audit evidence, where sufficient means quantity and appropriateness means the quality of audit evidence. We've seen a lot of examples based on sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. Then we did what are the sources of audit evidence. That also we tried to understand that the sources of audit evidence are internal and external. As you mentioned, internal is more reliable than the external audit evidences that you have. Apart from that, we did the audit evidence can also be documentary, it can be oral, or it can be visual. Right, we've done till here. And since you have no doubts till here, let's proceed with question number 5, which says, what are the audit procedures prescribed under SA 500? So the question says, what are the audit procedures prescribed under SA 500? So we have to now understand what procedures are required under this standard, which is SA 500. So this that we are doing is question number 5. Question number 5, we will be focusing on the key points. Okay, let's go to the key points. According to SA 500, following are the audit procedures to be applied to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. The first is the risk assessment procedure, and the next one is further audit procedures. Right now, please focus on what they are saying. First, let's understand the question once again. It says, what are the audit procedures prescribed under SA 500? मतलब SA 500 आपको किस टाइप के audit procedures करने को बोल रहा है? The first one says risk assessment procedure. Understand this carefully. Risk assessment procedure refers to audit procedures performed to obtain an understanding of the entity and its environment. Okay, let's put it over here. The first point says that your risk assessment procedure will help you understand. The risk assessment procedure will help you understand. It will help you understand the entity and its environment. So it will help you understand the entity and its environment. For example, I go to conduct the audit of a pharmaceutical company. Say, for example, I go to conduct the audit of a pharma company. Now, I want to understand what are the rules that are applicable for the pharma company. In order to understand the rules that are applicable to pharma company, I have to first understand the entire pharma industry. Once I understand the entire pharma industry, I'll come to know what are all the different areas that are applicable. अब मान लो उनको 3 एरिया एप्लीकेबल है, 3 एरिया में से 1 एरिया does not have proper control. Now, when one area does not have proper control amongst the 3 areas, that indicates to me the risk assessed. Are you getting it? First point, practically समझिए. आपने आज तक कभी भी कोई दवाई बनाने की मशीन का ऑडिट नहीं किया है. आप पहली बार दवाई बनाने वाली कंपनी, सॉरी नॉट मशीन, दवाई बनाने वाली कंपनी में आप ऑडिट करने जाते हैं. So first you will understand what are the rules applicable to the entity. You will try and obtain the basic information about the entity. Once you understand that, you come to know that there are some rules, regulations that are applicable. Out of 3 rules, one system, one particular rule is not being properly controlled by the organization, which means there is that you have assessed a risk in the company कि एक पर्टिकुलर लॉ वो लोग प्रॉपरली फॉलो नहीं कर रहे. क्योंकि एक पर्टिकुलर लॉ प्रॉपरली फॉलो नहीं हो रहा है, उनके ऊपर रिस्क है कि अगर उन्होंने कंप्लायंस नहीं किया तो या तो उनके ऊपर पेनल्टी लगेगी या तो they may have to close down their business. So you are concerned for this, and that is the risk that you have assessed. Are you getting it? Okay, look at the next one. And its environment, including the entity's internal control. So you will understand the entity, its environment, and its internal control. तो तीनों चीजें आप असेस करोगे. आप एंटिटी को समझोगे, उसके एनवायरनमेंट, व्हाट इज द लीगल फ्रेमवर्क इन विच द एंटिटी वर्क्स, and you will also understand the internal control. Why will you do that? देखो आगे दिया होगा. You will do this to identify and assess the risk of material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error at the financial statement level and the assertion level. Very important point. Why will you do that? Why will you do this? Why will you assess risk? To identify material misstatement at financial statement level and at the assertion level. What is the meaning of assertion level? Assertion level means important decisions taken by the management. Important decisions taken by the management are nothing but the management assertions that you have, right? So the first point says that you will understand the entity, its environment, and the internal control. Why will you identify them, or why will you understand them? To identify the risk of material misstatement at the financial statement level and at the assertion level. Are you understanding? That's your first important audit procedure, to obtain understanding of the audit evidence. Right? What is that point? I'm reading it again for you. Please understand. It says that you will understand the entity, second its environment, and third you will understand its internal control. Why will you do that? To identify the material misstatement at the financial statement level and at the assertion level. Are you getting it? So you will understand this, and then you will proceed with the next step, which says further audit procedures, which comprise test of controls. Very important. It says next you will do test of controls. Now test of controls we've already studied. Test of controls is nothing but your compliance procedure. ऊपर क्या किया आप? You tried to understand the internal control. नीचे you are trying to see test of controls which are required by the essays, or when the auditor has chosen to do so. So when an essay requires, जब एक standard on auditing कहता है कि आपको कंट्रोल्स चेक करना है, तब आपको कंट्रोल चेक करने पड़ेंगे. या कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि स्टैंडर्ड ने नहीं कहा, पर ऑडिटर को लगता है कि मुझे कंट्रोल चेक करना चाहिए. क्योंकि ऑडिटर को ऐसा लगता है कि मुझे कंट्रोल चेक करना चाहिए, you will be checking the internal control. Now the question is, why will you check the internal control? To ensure that it is properly designed, implemented, and maintained. To ensure that it is properly designed, implemented, and maintained. Are you getting it? Now I have a question for you all, and I want each one of you to answer it on your chat box. So everyone on your chat box, I want to understand from you, is internal control required to decide on the audit evidence, or is internal control playing a role to decide on the audit evidence? My question to you is, क्या इंटरनल कंट्रोल का कोई रोल होता है ऑडिट एविडेंस के बारे में डिसीजन लेने में, और अगर होता है तो वो क्या होता है? दैट इज व्हाट आई वांट टू नो फ्रॉम यू. Yes, okay. I want to understand from you what is the relation between internal control and audit evidence. What is the relationship between internal control and audit evidence? Right. So someone says we can decide on the quantity. That is the sufficiency of audit evidence. Absolutely correct. So if your internal control is strong, is reliable, then you will look at lesser amount or lesser quantity of audit evidence. Right. So whatever you have said in the chat box is absolutely correct. There is a relation. So that is why it is included in the audit procedures. Okay, सबसे पहले you will understand the entity, its internal control, and you will understand uh, the relationship between the entity and its internal control and its environment, and then you will apply the test of controls. Right after the test of controls, you have the third point, which says substantive procedures, including test of details and substantive analytical procedures. Very important point. It says substantive procedures, including test of details. So test of details is nothing but your substantive procedures, and substantial, it says substantive, sorry, substantive analytical procedures. Substantive analytical procedures. Right, now understand the meaning of substantive procedures. We've already seen this. Substantive procedures means you try to confirm the accuracy of the data. When you try to confirm the accuracy of the data, it is also known as test of details. Now this also we have already discussed earlier. Substantive procedures and test of details. The interesting point to understand is substantive analytical procedures. Now please understand what is substantive analytical procedures. Now please pay attention. I can manipulate books of accounts, but I cannot manipulate the analytical procedures. Now, what is analytical procedures? You have a complete standard on auditing on analytical procedures, but let's get an overview of what is analytical procedures. Now, my simple question to you is, and logical question to you is, everyone on your chat box, my question to you is there a relationship between sales and gross profit? If yes, what is the relation? Is there a relationship between sales and gross profit? If yes, my question to you is, what is the relation? Okay. Spruha can, okay, not Spruha, Ishika, can you explain to me the meaning of positive over here? Ishika, if you can please explain to me the meaning of positive relation over here. Right, which means with increase in sales, there will be an increase in the GP. Excellent, very good. Now let's understand this. Say, for example, my sales have increased. My sales have increased. So ideally, my GP should also increase. Ideally. If it does not, My question to you is, will the auditor have a doubt that something is wrong? My question to everyone on your chat box is that since there is a direct relationship, if the auditor feels that sales have increased, but why is the GP not increasing? Will he have a doubt? Yes, he will have a doubt. उसको doubt तो जाएगा कि कोई problem है. What will happen when the auditor has a doubt? He will check in detail. Right? What will the auditor do? He will check in detail. What will happen if the auditor will check in detail? He will get audit evidence. Are you understanding? Which means analytical procedures will help you understand. I am repeating. Analytical procedures will help you understand the relationship between two variables. And when you know the relationship between two variables, you will expect an answer. Sales increases, GP increases. Right? If that does not, the auditor will have a doubt. The moment the auditor will have a doubt, he would want to check in detail. And what will happen when he checks in detail? He will obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. Are you understanding? That is the relationship between audit evidence and analytical procedures. Right? I hope you're clear with this. So I'll repeat the entire answer for you. Answer number 5, which says, what are the audit procedures prescribed under SA 500? Risk assessment procedures, which says that the auditor should understand the entity, its environment, and the internal control to identify and assess the risk of material misstatement, either due to fraud or error, at two levels: financial statement level and the assertion level. After that, we shift to the next one. The further audit procedures are that we will have test of controls and we will have substantive procedures, including test of details and substantive analytical procedures. Fine. After that, right, I hope you all are clear with this. If you have any doubt, please ask me. So everyone on your chat box, are you clear with this? Are you clear with this? With the example that I gave you, can you relate whatever is written over here? Okay, great. If you're clear with this, let's proceed to the next one. If you all are clear with this, let's proceed to the next one, which is question number 6. It says define test of controls and substantive procedures, or write a short note on substantive procedures. Perfect. तो देखो क्या करना है, एक तो हमको inter test of controls को define करना है. So you have to give a definition of test of controls. Second, apart from that, what do we have to do? We have to write, and we have to also explain substantive procedures, or we have to write a short note on substantive procedures. Right? Let's see what they have given. We've already discussed what is test of controls. Let's now understand in detail. Test of controls, also known as compliance procedure. देखो यहीं पे मैंने आपको लिख के दिया था. Test of controls is also known as your compliance procedure. So same बात है. मैंने यहाँ पे आपको लिख के दिया था. Same thing is written over here. Test of controls, which is previously known as substantive as compliance procedures in the old version. Test of controls are designed to evaluate the operating effectiveness of controls. Right? देखो important point. What does test of controls do? What will test of controls do? The test of controls will evaluate the operating effectiveness. ऑपरेटिंग इफेक्टिवनेस क्या करेगा? वो इवैल्यूएट करेगा किस चीज को? ऑपरेटिंग इफेक्टिवनेस को. किस चीज की ऑपरेटिंग इफेक्टिवनेस को? ऑफ कंट्रोल्स. सो ऑपरेटिंग इफेक्टिवनेस ऑफ कंट्रोल्स by in doing what? It will prevent, it will detect and correct. It will prevent, detect and correct material misstatements. Are you getting it? टेस्ट ऑफ कंट्रोल्स क्या करेगा? सबसे पहले टेस्ट ऑफ कंट्रोल्स आपकी कंट्रोल को इवैल्यूएट करेगा. राइट? ध्यान देना. टेस्ट ऑफ कंट्रोल्स क्या करेगा? आपके कंट्रोल को इवैल्यूएट करेगा. अब इस बात पे ध्यान दें. इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एग्जांपल दैट आई एम गिविंग टू यू. सो एवरीवन, your attention should be on what I am saying. I'll give you a practical example. Say for example, you go to a company, you go to a big company, the company is a huge company of 400 crores. You go to a big company, you evaluate the internal control. Now remember, when you evaluate the internal control, what you're doing is test of controls. आप controls को test कर रहे हो. Now the second question is control क्या करना चाहिए? That is a big question. It is important to understand control का duty क्या है, control को करना क्या है. Control को तीन चीज करना है. कंट्रोल को तीन चीज करना है. एक वो प्रिवेंट करेगा, दूसरा वो डिटेक्ट करेगा, और तीसरा वो करेक्ट करेगा. राइट, अब ध्यान देना. एक कंट्रोल तीन चीज करेगा, प्रिवेंट भी करेगा, डिटेक्ट भी करेगा, करेक्ट भी करेगा. लेट अस टेक द फर्स्ट एग्जांपल. द फर्स्ट एग्जांपल इज प्रिवेंट. राइट, वी ऑल आर वर्किंग इन वन कंपनी. अंडरस्टैंड दिस एग्जांपल. वी ऑल आर वर्किंग इन वन कंपनी. In that company there are 100 computers and 100 computers के साथ है 100 users who are doing 100 different things. Right, my question to you is, everyone on your chat box, my question to you is it possible that that an employee of the company may access say for example sensitive websites or try to hack गवर्नमेंट वेबसाइट्स? क्या ऐसा पॉसिबल है कि हमारे पास 100 एम्प्लॉय है, कोई एक एम्प्लॉय कुछ गलत करने के लिए, क्या ऐसा हो सकता है कि वो कोई गलत वेबसाइट ओपन करे, उस वेबसाइट को हैक करने की कोशिश करे, कोई गवर्नमेंट की वेबसाइट को हैक करने की कोशिश करे? क्या ऐसा हो सकता है कि वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कंप्यूटर यूज करके he will indulge in illegal activities? Right. Is it possible that he will engage in illegal activities? Of course, yes. Now, I am sure each one of you have seen Hollywood and Bollywood, both movies. Can you track who did these illegal activities? Wait, understand my question. Let me change it. Can the police track from where these illegal activities are done? Right? Can the police track from where these illegal activities are done? Of course, yes. They have something known as, आपने पढ़ा होगा, they have the IP address of every system. With the help of the IP address of every system, they will be easily able to track from which computer this activity is done. वो लोग क्या करेंगे, कोई भी कंप्यूटर से वो लोग इजीली हैक कर देंगे या इजीली ट्रैक कर देंगे, सॉरी, कि कहाँ से इलीगल एक्टिविटी हो रही है. जब वो आईपी एड्रेस चेक करेंगे तो उनको पता चलेगा ये तो हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कंप्यूटर है, and straight away they will call the owner of the organization, and the owner of the organization will be held for a mistake that an employee has done. गलती कौन करेगा? एम्प्लॉय. पकड़ेंगे किसको? ओनर को. बिग प्रॉब्लम. इन ऑर्डर टू प्रिवेंट दिस आई नीड व्हाट? इंटरनल कंट्रोल. सबसे पहले जो भी सेंसिटिव वेबसाइट है वो ब्लॉक होगी. फर्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, सेंसिटिव एक्टिविटी क्या होगी? ब्लॉक्ड होगी. every sensitive website will be blocked. Any such website which can be hacked and which will cause a problem, you will block. You will not allow any personal email address or any personal email to be opened. जब आप ऑफिस में हैं तो आप ऑफिस का ही ईमेल यूज करेंगे. Second, you will not allow Facebook, you will not allow Instagram, you will not allow all these things in the office. Again, these are social media platforms where if I pass one wrong information, then that wrong information can create a lot of problem on the social media. Again the police will track कि ये कंप्यूटर का ये अकाउंट कहाँ से एक्सेस हुआ था, हमारा आईपी एड्रेस आएगा, हम प्रॉब्लम में पड़ेंगे. Are you understanding? Which means I need to block certain websites. I need to block certain applications. And when I block these applications, what am I doing? I am applying internal control. Why am I applying internal control? To prevent. देखो आज कोई प्रॉब्लम हुआ नहीं है, पर आगे न हो इसके लिए मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, इसको ब्लॉक कर रहा हूँ. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? There is no problem today. Every employee is working fine, but I am afraid they may do something wrong and there may be a problem on me. तो प्रॉब्लम आए तब क्यों प्रॉब्लम करने का, तब क्यों एक्शन लेने का. आज से ही लेट अस टेक प्रिवेंटिव मेजर्स सो वी विल प्रिवेंट. राइट? आर यू क्लियर विद दिस एग्जांपल? Everyone, are you clear with this example so that I can go to the next one? Are you conceptually understanding what I'm trying to say? You will definitely block those websites. Okay, perfect. Let's go to example number 2. Everyone pay attention. Is it possible that a company may have sensitive and important information in the computer? What kind of sensitive and important information? Purchase rates, quotation given to a customer. Is it possible कि कोई कंपनी के पास उनके कंप्यूटर सिस्टम में सेंसिटिव इंफॉर्मेशन हो? दैट इज माय क्वेश्चन टू यू. यस ऑफ कोर्स, ऐसा हो सकता है कि कंपनी के पास सेंसिटिव इंफॉर्मेशन हो, कंपनी के कंप्यूटर में सेंसिटिव इंफॉर्मेशन हो. राइट? आपने बहुत सारी मूवीज में देखा होगा कि कोई एम्प्लॉय कंपनी का सेंसिटिव इंफॉर्मेशन लीक करता है. क्यों लीक करता है? ऑफ कोर्स फॉर मनी. So he will leak it to the company's competitors, give all crucial data, purchase related data, कंपनी कहाँ से कितना मटेरियल खरीदती है, कंपनी कैसे प्रोडक्शन करती है. बहुत बार प्रोडक्शन टेक्निक can also be leaked, and if it is leaked, it will cause some kind of loss to the company. Right? This can happen. Now I want to stop this. I want to prevent this. What do I need? Internal control. Now the question is, how can the data be leaked? By mails. Data can be leaked by pen drive. Data can be leaked by uploading on cloud. हम आपके पर्सनल मेल्स ब्लॉक कर देंगे तो वो आप ओपन ही नहीं कर पाओगे. हम पेन ड्राइव का स्लॉट ही निकलवा देंगे. We will remove the pen drive slot. And when the pen drive slot is removed, you cannot insert the pen drive, and because you cannot insert the pen drive, where will you copy the data? Second, cloud access. Denied. Are you understanding? CD-ROM. Denied. सारा एक्सेस बंद कर दिया जहां से आप डेटा निकाल के लीक कर सकते. Are you understanding? जहां से भी हमको ऐसा लगता है कि आप डेटा निकाल के लीक कर सकते हो, वो सारा एक्सेस हम डिनाई कर देंगे. What is this? Internal control. Why is this internal control made? To prevent any kind of material mistake. Are you understanding? To prevent any kind of material mistake. Are you understanding? Okay. Second one. Detect. ध्यान देना. Come to detect. Internal control ऐसा होना चाहिए that one person does not have one work, but work is divided amongst many. कैसा होना चाहिए? एक बंदे के पास सारा काम नहीं होना चाहिए, जबकि काम क्या होना चाहिए? डिवाइड होने जाना चाहिए अलग अलग लोगों के पास. अब ध्यान देना, इसका बेनिफिट क्या होगा. अगर मान लो सारा काम एक बंदे के पास है तो वो अकेला पावरफुल आदमी है, वो मैनिपुलेट करेगा. But if the work is divided amongst many people, then the first stage work can be easily checked at the second stage work. Please recall the example of the internal control that I gave for purchase. अगर सिक्योरिटी गेट पे उसने गलत कैलकुलेशन किया है तो स्टोर्स वाले को पता चल जाएगा. क्यों? क्योंकि एक बार गेट पे चेक होता है, फिर क्वालिटी कंट्रोल के लिए चेक होता है, उसके बाद दोबारा स्टोर्स वाला जब स्टोर करेगा तब भी चेक करेगा. विच मीन्स वन वर्क इज डिवाइडेड अमॉन्ग्स मेनी पीपल. Because one work is divided amongst many people, one person's work can be easily checked by another person's work. Why is that so? To detect any misstatement. Why is this done? To detect any misstatement. Are you understanding? Where can you find detection internal controls the most? In banks. Let's take that example. You will get detection controls the most in banks. ध्यान देना कैसे सबसे ज्यादा बैंक में ये वाला कंट्रोल होता है. ऐसा कहा है कि 50,000 से ऊपर का ट्रांजैक्शन हो तो आपके पास पैन कार्ड होना चाहिए, तो ही हम आपको ट्रांजैक्शन करने देंगे. विच मीन्स अगर कंपनी को ऐसा, अगर बैंक ने ये रूल फॉलो नहीं किया तो आरबीआई तो बैंक को ही पकड़ेगा. सो आरबीआई विल होल्ड बैंक रिस्पॉन्सिबल. आरबीआई क्या कहेगा कि बैंक ने ठीक से चेक नहीं किया, 50,000 के ऊपर का ट्रांजैक्शन था पर इन्होंने पैन कार्ड नहीं लिया, और बैंक में किसको पकड़ेंगे? दे विल होल्ड द बैंक मैनेजर. जबकि बैंक मैनेजर ने तो सबको सही से समझा है. Right, there can be a mistake which we want to detect at the correct time. Right, you can't prevent. Someone will make a mistake, that is for sure. So the best thing is you keep detection controls. What will happen is you will bring out a rule that a transaction of rupees 50,000 and above will be authorized only if two people sign that transaction document. One is the regular clerk or the officer, and second is the assistant manager. Right, फिर से ध्यान देना, 50,000 या उसके ऊपर का ट्रांजैक्शन हो तो हमने इंटरनल कंट्रोल क्या बनाए? 2 लोगों की साइन होनी चाहिए. एक किसकी? एक उसकी जो रेगुलरली वो ट्रांजैक्शन को संभालता है, और दूसरा यहाँ तो हमारे पास असिस्टेंट मैनेजर की साइन होनी चाहिए. विच मीन्स जब क्लर्क कंप्लीट करके असिस्टेंट मैनेजर के पास लाएगा, असिस्टेंट मैनेजर को पता है कि भैया मुझे इसको चेक करना है और इस तरीके से चेक करना है कि 50,000 के ऊपर का ट्रांजैक्शन है, सारे इंपॉर्टेंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स उसके साथ अटैच है या नहीं. जब एक ही काम 2 बंदे चेक करें, क्योंकि वो मटेरियल काम है, इंपॉर्टेंट काम है, ताकि कोई गलती रह ना जाए, दैट इज internal control to detect the risk. Are you understanding? That is internal control to do what? To detect the risk. Are you understanding? Are you understanding this? Quickly, yes or no? Are you understanding this? Okay. Now I have one more question for you. One question for you. Right? ध्यान देना यहाँ पे. Have you all, I hope you all have filled any online form? Right? Each one of you have filled online forms. Everyone quickly, yes or no? आप सबने कभी ना कभी ऑनलाइन फॉर्म भरा है. ऑनलाइन फॉर्म क्या होता है? आपकी आईसीएआई का एग्जाम फॉर्म ऑनलाइन होता है. आपके आईसीएआई का एग्जाम फॉर्म ऑनलाइन होता है. आप जब फेसबुक अकाउंट ओपन कर रहे हो तो वो लोग आपसे एक फॉर्म भरवाते हैं, दैट इज ऑल्सो ऑनलाइन. राइट, माई क्वेश्चन टू यू इज, कैन यू राइट योर नेम इन द मोबाइल नंबर टैब? वो आपको पूछ रहे हैं मोबाइल नंबर, आप लिख रहे हो अपना नाम, चलेगा? नहीं चलेगा. डिटेक्शन कंट्रोल. You try writing your mobile number you try writing your name in place of mobile number, first it will not accept. Why? It accepts only numbers. It accepts what? Only numbers. क्योंकि मोबाइल नंबर है तो नंबर ही होना चाहिए. It will not accept alphabets. It will accept only numbers. Right? Okay. Suppose if they ask you your name, can you write number? What's my name? My name is Sumit 54321. Is it possible? Not possible. It will accept only alphabets. Again, control. Again, control. Okay, great. Last question, and then this point is completed. Last example. Can a password have number and alphabets both? It has both. So the control that will allow is alphanumeric. What will it allow? The control will allow alphanumeric. If you talk about password, you can add name and number. If you talk about name, you have to enter only alphabets. You cannot enter numbers. If you want to enter your mobile number, you can enter only numbers. You cannot enter alphabets. Are you understand? Right, okay. Then comes the last step. That is correct. How do you correct a misstatement? Now please understand this. How are correction internal controls placed? Say for example, I make a mistake in the entry. Now please understand, the one who enters the data, golden rule, please remember, one who enters the data cannot change it. First rule. जिसने डेटा को एंटर किया है वो उसको चेंज, करेक्ट, ऑल्टर नहीं कर सकता. उसका पावर इज गिवन टू समवन एल्स, possibly to a senior in the company. उसका पावर किसको देते हैं ये लोग? कंपनी में कोई सीनियर आदमी होगा उसको ये पावर देते हैं कि किसी ने गलती की है तो आप उसकी रेक्टिफिकेशन एंट्री पास करोगे. These are your internal controls for correction. You cannot have correction errors made, you cannot have errors corrected by the person who makes the error, otherwise he will manipulate everything. He will say galti ho gayi and he will keep manipulating the data. You need a senior member to look at what kind of mistakes are done. What will this do is, this will keep a moral check on the employee as well. वो गलती बार बार नहीं करेगा. क्यों नहीं करेगा? क्योंकि उसको पता है कि हमारा सीनियर बैठा है, कोई भी गलती होगी वो हमसे पूछेगा ये गलती हुई कैसे, and then he will hold us accountable. So again, a very important point. This is your correction internal control. Right? Let's quickly look at the first point again, which says test of controls, previously known as compliance procedures, are designed to evaluate the operating effectiveness of controls in preventing, detecting, and correcting material misstatements at the assertion level. That's your first point. Second point, to obtain relevant audit evidence to indicate performance of control and deviation controls which indicate departure from adequate performance. Very important point. तो पहला point क्या करता है? देखो यहाँ पे हमने लिखा है, सबसे पहले कोई भी control क्या करेगा? It will check the test of controls. It will control it will check your controls, and it will also ensure prevention, detection, and correction of material misstatement. So it will control, it will check the operating effectiveness of the control. Right, I'm writing over here once again. What will test of controls do? Test of controls will evaluate the operating effectiveness of your internal controls and ensure there is prevention, detection, and correction of material mistake. Right, पहला point, test of controls क्या करेगा? टेस्ट ऑफ कंट्रोल्स इवेल्युएट करेगा, किस चीज को, ऑपरेटिंग इफेक्टिवनेस को, किस चीज की, इंटरनल कंट्रोल की, और एंड इट विल इंश्योर दैट देयर इज prevention, detection and correction of material mistake. Right after doing this, come to your next point, which says second, it will obtain relevant audit evidence that indicates performance of a control. Right, so it will help you obtain audit evidence whether a control is properly functioning or not. क्या एक कंट्रोल प्रॉपरली फंक्शन कर रहा है जैसे उसको करना चाहिए. एंड सेकेंड पॉइंट, एंड deviation conditions which indicate departure from adequate performance, and it will also check departure from adequate performance. Right, okay, quickly let's understand क्या पढ़ रहे हैं हम. What is the meaning of test of controls? Test of controls क्या है? They were previously known as compliance procedures, where we check the design, implementation and maintenance of the internal control. Why do we have test of controls? What is the benefit? It will evaluate the operating effectiveness of the internal control, and it will ensure that there is prevention, detection and correction of material mistakes. It will also obtain audit evidence as to whether a control is properly functioning or not, and it will also ensure to check departures from adequate performance. Let's understand departures from adequate performance. ध्यान देना. Let's check departure from adequate performance. Let's take the example of Inox. Right, I'm sure each one of you have been to any multiplex or Inox. What happens in Inox? ध्यान देना. A ticket is of rupees 169. One ticket is of 169. My first question to you is, can you tell at the counter, please give me 9 rupees discount? Do you say that? आप कहते हो ऐसा क्या है, राउंड फिगर ले लो ना 160. First of all, you never say that. Second, my logical question to you is, if you say it, will they give discount? एक तो आप ही नहीं बोलोगे लॉजिकली. दूसरा, मान लो आपने गलती से बोल दिया, पता नहीं आपको क्या हुआ, आपके मुंह से निकल गया कि ये क्या 169 रेट रखा है, आप 160 ले लो हमसे. क्या वो आपकी बात मानेगा? विल ही गिव यू 9 rupees discount? He will not give you 9 rupees discount. He will never ever give you 9 rupees discount. The question is, why will he not give you 9 rupees discount? Because the system will not allow him. The system will not allow him. The system will tell him कि हमने कुछ वाउचर दिए हैं जो क्या है, डिस्काउंट वाउचर्स है. हमने कुछ वाउचर्स दिए हैं, वो वाउचर्स क्या है, डिस्काउंट वाउचर्स है. वो डिस्काउंट वाउचर के ऊपर उसका एक नंबर लिखा हुआ है. हर एक डिस्काउंट वाउचर के ऊपर एक यूनिक नंबर लिखा हुआ है. वो नंबर आप एंटर करो, हमारा सिस्टम उसको ऑथोराइज करेगा, और हमारा अगर सिस्टम उसको ऑथोराइज कर रहा है, ओनली देन वी कैन अलाउ डिस्काउंट. राइट, हमने आइनॉक्स में सिस्टम बनाया है कि हमने हमारा टिकट हम सिलेक्ट करते हैं, 5 टिकट चाहिए, एक टिकट का 160, 5 टिकट का टोटल आता है. उसके बाद अगर वो उसके पास वाउचर है तो वो आपको वाउचर देगा. वो वाउचर का नंबर हम सिस्टम में डालेंगे. जैसे ही सिस्टम में डालेंगे, सिस्टम उस वाउचर को ऑथराइज करेगा, और 10%, 20%, 50% जितना भी डिस्काउंट वो वाउचर पे है, वो डिस्काउंट मिल जाएगा. और जैसे ही डिस्काउंट एक्टिवेट हो गया, वो वाउचर फिर इनएक्टिव हो जाएगा. वो वाउचर 1 यूज ओनली है, बार बार वो वाउचर आप नहीं यूज कर सकते. दिस इज व्हाट इंटरनल कंट्रोल. हमने इंटरनल कंट्रोल रखा है ताकि ऐसा ना हो काउंटर पे बैठे हुए का फ्रेंड आया तो उसने 50% डिस्काउंट दे दिया, उसके पेरेंट्स है तो फ्री में टिकट दे दिया. दिस शुड नॉट बी देयर. एन एम्प्लॉय शुड एडर टू द सिस्टम. द सिस्टम सेज हर एक टिकट के सामने उतना पैसा आना चाहिए, और हर एक टिकट पे डिस्काउंट आप नहीं दे सकते. अगर किसी के पास हमारा दिया हुआ ऑथोराइज्ड वाउचर है तो उसकी भी पहले नंबर की आप एंट्री करोगे, सिस्टम एंट्री एक्सेप्ट करेगा, उसके बाद ही आप उसको डिस्काउंट दे पाओगे. This is a clear rule that is set. This is a clear rule that is set in a company. Now see, for example, if the system, ध्यान देना, if the system gives you discount, if the system gives you discount without entering the voucher number, can you say internal control is followed? My question to you is, अगर आपका सिस्टम किसी को भी डिस्काउंट दे देता है, वाउचर नंबर के बगैर भी डिस्काउंट दे देता है, मेरा क्वेश्चन आपसे ये है, क्या हम ऐसा कह सकते हैं कि इंटरनल कंट्रोल को फॉलो कर रहा है? कैन वी से दैट द सिस्टम इज फॉलोइंग द इंटरनल कंट्रोल? You cannot. You cannot follow. You cannot say that the internal control is being followed, which means there is departure from control. इसको क्या कहते हैं? There is departure from control. कंट्रोल में जो कंट्रोल होना चाहिए था वो कंट्रोल नहीं हो रहा है. That means there is departure of control. देखो यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है. I'm reading it again for you. It says to obtain relevant audit evidence that indicates performance of a control and deviation controls which indicate departure from adequate performance. तो सिस्टम को कैसे परफॉर्म करना चाहिए? वाउचर आएगा, उसका नंबर डालेंगे तो ही डिस्काउंट मिलेगा. पर ये तो बगैर वाउचर के, बगैर डिस्काउंट के भी एक्सेप्ट कर रहा है. क्योंकि ये बगैर डिस्काउंट के एक्सेप्ट कर रहा है, the problem is there is departure in internal control, and because there is departure in control, the auditor will have to check in detail. Are you clear with this example? Are you clear with this example? Quickly everyone, are you clear with this example? Is everyone clear with this example? Okay, perfect. Last sentence. The presence or absence of these conditions can be tested by the auditor. So of course, whether a control is properly present or not can be easily tested by the auditor. Are you getting it? So what have we studied? We have studied what are the audit procedures prescribed under SA 500. The first one is risk assessment procedure, where the auditor will have a risk assessment procedure to understand the entity and its environment and the internal control system, to identify and assess the risk of material misstatement at both the levels, the financial statement level and the assertion level. Then you have test of controls and substantive procedures, which also includes substantive analytical procedures. Then we try to understand what is test of controls, where we understood that it is nothing but your compliance procedure. It will evaluate the operating effectiveness of controls, and it will prevent, detect and correct material misstatements at the assertion level. It will also help you obtain relevant audit evidence that will indicate the performance of a control, and most importantly it will also indicate departure from internal controls. So even if so whenever there is whenever there is a departure in the internal controls, in that case you can easily identify them with the help of the test of controls. Are you getting it? Okay, if you're clear till here, what I recommend is, let's take a 5 minutes break, and then we will continue with this standard test of controls, with this question test of controls. So right now in my phone it is 4:26. Let's meet sharp at 4:30. It is 4:26. Let's meet somewhere around 4:30, 4:31. Take a 5 minutes break, and quickly let's begin. Let's continue with the standard on auditing. Right. So see you after 5 minutes.
सॉरी यार चल रहा था तो मुझे काटना पड़ा। तो आपका काम हो जाएगा। तो मुझे लगता है इतना जल्दी लोन में इसको मैंने ग्रुप में डाल दिया, 6 में से 4 एमसी वालों ने अप्रूव कर दिया। तो डिमांड की तरफ से जिन लोग मेरे से सारे कैप्टन को कॉन्फिडेंस मिले
Let's continue. Okay, let's continue. Come back to your question number 6. Example of test of controls. Okay, ध्यान देना. Following is the conversation between the auditor of X Limited and the accountant of X Limited. ध्यान देना. एक कंपनी है X Limited, उसके ऑडिटर और अकाउंटेंट के बीच का कन्वर्सेशन यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है. देखो क्या दिया है इन्होंने. It says the auditor is asking, did you prepare the bank reconciliation statement? So the auditor is asking, did you prepare the bank reconciliation statement? The accountant says, yes, I have prepared it. The auditor says, please show me the latest bank reconciliation statements. The accountant says, this is the latest BRS prepared on 30/10/2017. The auditor says, what is this? You have not given any effect of pending entries from August to September. What is the frequency to prepare bank reconciliation statement? He says half yearly. देखो क्या दिया हुआ है. From the above we can conclude that although internal control over bank operations is in existence, हमने internal control रखा है कि BRS बनना चाहिए, लेकिन वो कैसा है? It is neither effective nor continuously in operation. मतलब वो effective तो नहीं है, पर constantly operation में भी नहीं है, half yearly बन रहा है, जबकि कैसा बनना चाहिए? It should be prepared on monthly basis. A bank reconciliation statement should always be prepared on monthly basis. Over here, if you look at the question, it is prepared on half yearly basis, which is not correct. So even though there is existence of control, is it effective? No. Is it continuously in operation? No. Which means design, implementation, and maintenance, all three of internal control is very important. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Right, that brings you to the end of test of controls. Right, come to the next one, which is your substantive procedures. Right, इस पे ध्यान देना important point है. Substantive audit procedures. It says substantive procedures are designed to detect material misstatement at the assertion level. They comprise of test of details and substantive analytical procedures, which means आपके substantive procedures में दो चीजें आती हैं. आपके substantive procedures में दो चीजें आती हैं. एक टेस्ट ऑफ डिटेल्स एंड दूसरा टेस्ट ऑफ कंट्रोल्स. सॉरी, एक टेस्ट ऑफ डिटेल्स एंड सब्सटैंटिव एनालिटिकल प्रोसीजर्स. एक आता है टेस्ट ऑफ डिटेल्स और दूसरा आता है सब्सटैंटिव एनालिटिकल प्रोसीजर्स. अब इस पे ध्यान देना. सब्सटैंटिव एनालिटिकल प्रोसीजर्स, it says they comprise of test of details and substantive analytical procedures. ध्यान देना, next statement very important. Designing substantive procedures includes identifying conditions relevant to the purpose of the test that constitute a misstatement in the relevant assertion. I'm reading it again for you. It includes what? That you design substantive procedures which identify the conditions which are relevant to the purpose of the test that constitute misstatement in the relevant assertion. तो आप क्या करोगे? ऐसे टेस्ट, ऐसी प्रोसीजर्स आप आइडेंटिफाई करोगे जिससे आपको सिस्टम में मिस्टेक मिल जाए. राइट, सी दे हैव गिवन यू एन एग्जांपल, देन वी विल डिस्कस एन एग्जांपल एज टू हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई substantive audit procedures. ध्यान देना. It says if the auditor applies substantive procedures over an item of financial statements like building, then we can correlate the observation under substantive procedures mentioned below. For example, what do you want to verify? Physical verification of building. You want to verify its existence. Then you will see the rights and the obligations, whether the building is in the name of the company, whether it is purchased during the year, modified, renovated during the year, or its opening balance, and completeness, whether it is properly recorded in the fixed asset register. Valuation, whether the asset is recorded at the appropriate carrying value. Measurement, it is recorded at proper amount, and revenue and expenses related to insurance and depreciation is properly allocated. Presentation and disclosure, an item is disclosed, classified, and described in accordance with the recognized accounting policies as per accounting standards, practices, relevant statutory requirements, if any. Right, अब ध्यान दो, इसको छोड़ दो, मैं आपको एक इससे easy example देता हूँ. Suppose you go in a company and in that company you see land and building recorded at 5 crores. You see land and building recorded at 5 crores. Right, now you want to obtain test of details. मतलब आपको इस इंफॉर्मेशन का, लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग का डिटेल्ड इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए, और जो भी डिटेल्ड इंफॉर्मेशन आपको चाहिए उसको आपको क्या करना है? टेस्ट करना है. सो यू वांट टू टेस्ट द डिटेल्ड इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ अ लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग ऑफ अ कंपनी. ध्यान देना प्लीज मेरी बात पे, इजीली पूरा कंसेप्ट पता चल जाएगा. एक बुक्स में, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स में, बैलेंस शीट में लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग 5 करोड़ की दिख रही है. अब जैसे ही लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग 5 करोड़ की दिख रही है, आपको डाउट जा रहा है कि यार इतनी बड़ी वैल्यू है, बड़ी आइटम है, ऊपर से असेट है, ऊपर से फिक्स असेट है, So you just want to ensure whether this is correct or not, and that is why you decide to conduct test of details, right? Which means about land and building, you want to obtain some details, and then you will conduct an audit of these details, which is known as your test of details. Are you understanding? Now pay attention to what is explained, what I am explaining to you. सबसे पहले आप चेक करोगे कि ओनरशिप किसका है. ओनरशिप कैसे पता चलेगा? लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट्स. तो सबसे पहले आप क्या चेक करोगे? लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट्स. उससे आपको क्या मिलेगा? ओनरशिप मिलेगा. सेकेंड, उसमें सबसे पहले आपको ये देखना है कि डॉक्यूमेंट्स में इट शुड बी इन द नेम ऑफ द कंपनी. ऐसा नहीं हो कि डायरेक्टर ने कंपनी से पैसे दिए, असेट खरीदी, लेकिन असेट को डायरेक्टर ने अपने पर्सनल नाम पे रिकॉर्ड कर दिया है. रॉन्ग, फ्रॉड, मिस स्टेटमेंट. दैट इज नॉट अलाउड. दैट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट यू विल चेक. ओनरशिप मींस डॉक्यूमेंट्स कंपनी के पास होने चाहिए और उन डॉक्यूमेंट्स में कंपनी का नाम एज ओनर मेंशन होना चाहिए. दैट्स योर फर्स्ट रिक्वायरमेंट. See, that is what they have written over here. Existence, whether it exists, and second one is the ownership. Right? Let's go to the next one. After ownership, I will go to existence. क्या ये बिल्डिंग एक्चुअली एग्जिस्ट करती है? तो मैं बोलूंगा ठीक है, मुझे वहां ले जाओ जहां पे ये बिल्डिंग है. दैट इज नोन एज फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन. राइट? मैंने फिजिकली भी बिल्डिंग देख लिया, इसके डॉक्यूमेंट्स भी देख लिए कि ये मेरे पास है. डॉक्यूमेंट्स में सब लिखा हुआ है, मेरे क्या राइट्स है बिल्डिंग पे, एवरीथिंग इज मेंशन, सब कुछ मैंने चेक कर लिया. अब लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग जो असेट में लिखा हुआ है सही है क्योंकि लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग है. दूसरा, हमारी बैलेंस शीट में लिखा हुआ है वो भी सही है क्योंकि हमारी लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग है. राइट? थर्ड इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज द वैल्यूएशन. इसका वैल्यूएशन कैसे होना चाहिए? अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 10 के हिसाब से होना चाहिए. Then we will check whether the valuation has been correctly done as per accounting standard 10 or not. क्योंकि ये एसेट है, इस पे डेप्रिसिएशन प्रोवाइड होना चाहिए. क्या डेप्रिसिएशन ठीक से प्रोवाइड हुआ है? अगेन अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 10. क्या आपने उसका प्रेजेंटेशन ठीक से बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में किया है? That you will have to check. And finally, you will check the disclosure requirements. You will check the disclosure requirements. If you have purchased any plant and machinery, then you will also want to check the purchase bills for the same. The above is known as test of details. आपने कितना भी बेहतरीन इंटरनल कंट्रोल बना दिया, लेकिन आपके डॉक्यूमेंटेशन सही नहीं है, आपके बिल सही नहीं है, आप अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड सही से फॉलो नहीं करते हो, the books of accounts will again not give a true and fair view. They will be said to be materially misstated. आपने इंटरनल कंट्रोल तो बेहतरीन बनाया कि असेट खरीदते वक्त सीनियर का अप्रूवल चाहिए, इतने से ज्यादा हो तो 2 लोग की सिग्नेचर चाहिए, असेट प्रॉपर्ली वेरीफाई होगा, उसके बाद डॉक्यूमेंटेशन होने के बाद ही हम पेमेंट करेंगे. ये सब आपका प्रॉपर्ली इंटरनल कंट्रोल तो सेट है, लेकिन अब प्रॉब्लम ये है कि इंटरनल कंट्रोल सेट है लेकिन हमने असेट बुक्स में ही गलत वैल्यू पे लिखा पे प्रोवाइड किया है. देन अगेन बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स आर मटेरियली मिसस्टेटेड. Even though you have a perfect internal control, your books of accounts are not giving a true and fair view. Why? Because test of details is lacking. Right? ऐसी कोई बिल्डिंग ही नहीं है, हमने तो गलत फेक बिल्डिंग हमारी बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में दिखा दी है. ये until unless you do not do test of details, physical verification, you will not come to know whether there is proper whether there is actually that land and building or not which is shown in the books. Right? Are you understanding? Right? Quickly let me know, are you clear with this? Are you able to understand? Are you clear with this? Quickly everyone, are you clear with this? Right, okay. Fine, if you're clear with this, let's proceed. That is your substantive procedures, right? So we did 2 things, test of controls and substantive procedures. Are you getting it? Okay, now let's go to the next one, which is a very important question. So mark this question very important. Question number 7, mark it very important, last day revision question. Question number 7, very important, last day revision question. Now what I recommend is, every one of you, I request you to keep a notebook. There are 7 points in this answer. I won't be able to cover all the 7 points today because I don't have much time. So what we will do is we will continue these points on Saturday. But today I want to give you an overview of this entire thing. I will give you I will give you a complete overview of all these 7 points that are there. So I request you to keep a notebook with you and mark all the important points that I write over here. So there are 7 points that are very important in this answer. Understand the question first. What are the various other assisting audit procedures available to the auditor if he wants to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence by applying audit procedures, risk assessment procedures, test of controls or substantive procedures? Which means ऑडिटर के पास कौन से अलग टाइप के कंट्रोल्स हैं जिससे वो ऑडिट एविडेंस ऑब्टेन कर सकते हैं, राइट? सो द फर्स्ट वन, द मेथड्स ऑफ ऑब्टेनिंग audit evidence are, let's understand them. The first one, let's understand this. The first one is inspection, right? So the first one is inspection. If I want to explain inspection in one word, it means examination. Inspection का मतलब क्या है? Examination. Examining what? Examining your records, examining your documents, examining any kinds of records which are e-records, which are in your system, examining any records in any other mode of storage. Any kind of inspection of records and documents, any kind of examination of records and documents is known as inspection. Are you getting it? So say for example, if someone says कि ये investment हमने खरीदी है, investment हमारे नाम पे है, then we will have to inspect whether the investment is in the name of the company. सबसे पहले क्या देखना पड़ेगा? अगर हमको बोल रहे हैं कि चेक करो इन्वेस्टमेंट कंपनी के नाम पे है, तो हमको क्या करना पड़ेगा? डॉक्यूमेंट्स को इंस्पेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. इंस्पेक्ट का मतलब क्या है? We will verify, we will examine the documents that tell you more about the ownership in the company. Are you understanding? Okay, look at the second point. The second point says observation. अगर मुझे आपको ऑब्जर्वेशन एक वर्ड में समझाना हो, then I will say witness a procedure. What is the meaning of the word observation? The meaning of the word observation means you witness a procedure, right? अब ध्यान देना, मैनेजमेंट आपको कहता है सर क्या बात कर रहे हो, हमारे पास इतना बेहतरीन इंटरनल कंट्रोल सिस्टम है, हमको कोई हमारी कंपनी में फ्रॉड नहीं कर सकता, हर एक चीज हमारे वहाँ 2 बार कम से कम रिकॉर्ड होती है. आप उनसे पूछोगे क्या कैसे क्या इंटरनल कंट्रोल है, आपका वो कहेगा सर जैसे ही हमें गुड्स बेचने होंगे, मान लो हमें सेल करना है, सबसे पहले सेल्स ऑर्डर होना चाहिए, उसके बाद प्रोडक्शन वाले उसको मैन्युफैक्चर करेंगे, मैन्युफैक्चर करने के बाद उसकी क्वालिटी चेक होगी, क्वालिटी चेक होने के बाद हम बिल बना के डिस्पैच करेंगे, डिस्पैच करने के बाद हम उसका हम वेरीफाई करेंगे हमने सेल्स के वक्त क्या कोटेशन दिया था और बिल बनाते वक्त हमारे पास क्या कोटेशन, दोनों मैच करेंगे, उसके बाद ही बिल जाएगा, और बिल जैसे ही जाएगा क्रेडिट पीरियड के अंदर हमारे बंदे जाके कलेक्शन करके आएंगे. Someone is telling you a procedure, someone is telling you an observation. When you say that okay, अगली बार जब सेल्स ऑर्डर आए तो हमको बुलाना, हम एक एक प्रोसीजर वेरीफाई करना चाहते हैं, और एक एक प्रोसीजर वेरीफाई करके हम देखना चाहते हैं कि जो आप एक्चुअली बोल रहे हो वो आपकी कंपनी में हो रहा है या नहीं. If when you check that, it is known as observation, also known as witness and audit procedure. Are you understanding? That's your second point, that is known as observation. Observation is nothing but your witnessing and audit procedure. Are you understanding? Right. I'll give you another example. Say for example, the company tells you that we have a very strong control on our inventory. हम inventory बहुत perfectly verify करते हैं, हमारा inspection of inventory एकदम proper है, हमारे management से कोई चीज छूटती नहीं है. Now they are telling you a procedure if you say that okay, next time whenever you do physical verification of inventory, please call us, we want to observe how are you doing the physical inventory count, then it is known as witnessing an audit procedure. Are you getting it? That's the second point, which is your observation. Again, what's the first point? Inspection, which means examining important documents and records. Second, observation. What is observation? When you witness an audit procedure. Right, come to your third point. Your third point is external confirmation. What's your third point? Your third point is external confirmation. What is the meaning of external confirmation? We've already seen that. We've studied that in SA 505, how the auditor will obtain external confirmation. There are two types of external confirmation, positive confirmation and negative confirmation. A more reliable one is the positive confirmation. So this we have already discussed, external confirmation. That is another method of obtaining audit evidence. Right, quickly, let's revise. The first one is inspection, the second one is observation, and the third one is external confirmation. Come to the fourth one. The fourth one is recalculation. So I'm mentioning over here recalculation. Recalculation means checking arithmetical accuracy. You're doing what? You're checking arithmetical accuracy. अब देखो, लॉजिकली अगर आप सोचो तो जब से कंप्यूटर्स आए इसकी जरूरत नहीं है. It's not needed. Why? Because all the calculations are done by the system and the system will never do wrong calculations. However, still recalculation is very important. Where in banks, where you have to calculate the interest. जहाँ पे बैंक लोन पे कभी भी इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेट करना हो तो रिकैलकुलेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टूल है टू ऑब्टेन ऑडिट एविडेंस. Why? Say for example, if someone has taken, let's take this example, if someone has taken 100 rupees for 12 months at 10% rate of interest, so it will be 100 into 10%. What is that? The answer will be 10. 100 into 10%, 10 आपका ओरली कैलकुलेट करके इंटरेस्ट आया, क्या यही इंटरेस्ट सिस्टम ने कैलकुलेट किया है? You can always check that arithmetical accuracy in terms of bank audits. So then again, a very important tool that you have to obtain audit evidence is recalculation. Keep recalculating important figures. क्या आपने इंस्टॉलमेंट ठीक से कैलकुलेट किया है या नहीं? क्या आपने असेट की वैल्यू ठीक से रिकॉर्ड की है नहीं? All those arithmetical accuracy calculations need to be verified, which is known as your recalculation. Are you understanding? Again, quickly, let's revise the four methods of obtaining audit evidence. The first one is inspection, the second one is observation, the third one is external confirmation, and the fourth one is recalculation. Right, come to the fifth one. The fifth one says reperformance. The fifth one is reperformance, which means redoing a particular activity. ध्यान देना. What is the meaning of reperformance? It means redoing a particular activity. Let's take a very simple example. Say for example, the company has conducted a physical verification of inventory. कंपनी ऐसा बोल रही है कि हमने पूरा फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन ऑफ इन्वेंट्री कर दिया है, कोई गलती नहीं है, इन्वेंट्री बिल्कुल प्रॉपर्ली बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में रिकॉर्ड की गई है. ऐसा कौन बोल रहा है आपको? मैनेजमेंट बोल रहा है कि हमने फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन ऑफ इन्वेंट्री एकदम परफेक्ट किया है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, देयर इज एब्सोल्युटली नो प्रॉब्लम, एवरीथिंग इज परफेक्टली फाइन इन टर्म्स ऑफ द इन्वेंट्री. You would want to believe the management, but you want to ensure that whatever they are saying is correct or not. So if not the entire inventory, you will say, okay, please give me your inventory register for one or two types of inventories. For one or two types of material inventories. For one or two types of material inventories, you would want to re-perform the inventory count. आप दोबारा करोगे, मैनेजमेंट ने ऑलरेडी कर दिया है, पर आपको ऐसा है हम एक बार चेक करते हैं, तो पूरा इन्वेंटरी रजिस्टर तो नहीं वेरीफाई करेंगे, पर एक या दो मटेरियल आइटम, इंपॉर्टेंट आइटम हम क्या करेंगे? We will try and re-verify it. When you re-verify it, it is known as re-performance. अब logically, everyone on your chat box, logically, I want to ask you a question. So everyone on your chat box, logically, if I re-perform, ध्यान देना, if I re-perform and if I find a mistake, will I then check more or less? मैंने री परफॉर्मेंस किया, क्योंकि मैंने री परफॉर्मेंस किया, मुझे गलती मिली, और जैसे ही मुझे गलती मिली, will I check more or less? Of course I will check more, because I will not believe their method. I will not trust their method. Their method is not reliable. Why? Because I have found mistakes. Are you getting it? On the other hand, if I re-perform and I find that everything is perfect, will I then check less or more? Will I in that case check less or more in that case? I will check less. Why? Because now I would like to trust the system, because there are no indications of material mistake. Are you understanding? These are your audit procedures. Yes, what you're saying is absolutely correct. You will of course check less in that case. Okay, perfect. Let's go to the next one, which says analytical procedures. Analytical procedures. In this analytical procedures, you will analyze accounting ratios. याद है आपने accounting ratios पढ़ा था 11th या 12th standard में? The GP ratio, the net profit ratio, the expense ratio. Right? I'll give you another question for you all. Say for example, and you have already studied this, so I can ask this question to you. Suppose if the expense ratio increases, should my profit reduce or increase? If my expense ratio increases, my profit will of course reduce, because there is a relationship, and that is why this is an accounting ratio. And when you verify this accounting ratio to find audit evidence, that time what you will do is you will be said to be obtaining audit evidence. देखो एनालिटिकल प्रोसीजर्स का दो रूल है, दो स्टेप रूल है, दो रूल नहीं है, दो स्टेप रूल्स है. देयर आर टू स्टेप रूल्स टू एनालिटिकल प्रोसीजर्स. पे अटेंशन टू दैट. स्टेप नंबर वन में ऐसा बोलते हैं कि आप एनालिटिकल प्रोसीजर्स मतलब अकाउंटिंग रेशियोज, आप अकाउंटिंग रेशियोज को चेक करो, और अगर कहीं आपको एबनॉर्मल डिफरेंस मिलता है दोनों में, तो उसको obtain explanation from the management. What will you do? You will obtain explanation from the management. ये दो ही स्टेप करना होता है एनालिटिकल प्रोसीजर्स में. सारे अकाउंटिंग रेशियोज को चेक करो, अगर थोड़ा बहुत डिफरेंस होता है तो वो तो नेचुरल है, होगा, कोई इशू नहीं है. अगर बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंस है, then you will analyze, then you will obtain explanation from the management regarding that. Right? And finally, your last point is inquiry and confirmation. So your last point that you have is inquiry and confirmation. Inquiry and confirmation. Now understand, inquiry and confirmation means obtaining understanding from knowledge able people. Right? अगर आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि कंपनी में कोई एक एम्प्लॉय है, वो हमको जेन्युइनली समझाएगा, वो हमको प्रॉपर इंफॉर्मेशन देगा, एंड देन यू गो एंड ऑब्टेन इंफॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम हिम, then it is known as inquiry and confirmation. Also, when you go to an expert to do any inquiry of any particular matter, that is also a method of obtaining audit evidence, which is known as inquiry and confirmation. Are you getting it? So your next question is, what are the methods of obtaining audit evidence? There are how many? 7 methods to obtain audit evidence. I have just given you an overview today because I will be short of time. So we will continue this tomorrow. I'll quickly revise the 7 points. The first is inspection. The second is observation. The third is external confirmation. Fourth and fifth दोनों re से शुरू होते हैं. Recalculation, re-performance. Then you have analytical procedures, and finally you have inquiry and confirmation. Right. Okay. So we are done till question number 6. Question number 6 I will be doing tomorrow. Again, sorry, not tomorrow. Tomorrow being Friday, you will not have any lectures of accounts and audit. I will now see you on Saturday. So now on Saturday, we will be again continuing with AS19. Make sure whatever I have taught you in leases, you have completely understood that and you have practiced it. Same thing applies to audit. All the standards on auditing that we have done, just ensure that you are completely clear with everything and that there are no doubts. Fine. If there are any doubts, please come back to me on personal message and I will explain that to you. Thank you so much for attending. You have tomorrow's day as a weekly off, so ensure that you do not have any accounts and audit lecture tomorrow. So just ensure that you have studied everything and you are with me when you come back on Saturday. Fine. Thank you so much for attending. And now I will see you on day after tomorrow. Till that, if you have any doubts, please come back to me on personal message. Fine. Thank you so much. Bye.